Artificial intelligence, once just science fiction, is suddenly everywhere, including making its way into our schools. From how humans learn to never-before-seen teaching methods, AI is now transforming the education of our children. This morning, we go on the record to explore the role of AI in schools and how the technology will shape the future.
From WPBF 25, this is On the Record with Todd McDermott.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us this Sunday morning for On the Record. We're going to go on the record today about artificial intelligence. Joining me to talk about your child's classroom is English professor Zachary Stewart of Palm Beach State College. Professor, from the moment we saw ChatGPT come online, I think a lot of people's radar went up about what this could mean, what it could not mean. But the first question everybody asked was, will students cheat? And I really want to present that to you first. Will students cheat with it?
Oh, yes, absolutely, without a doubt. The good news is that not all of them will cheat. And there's actually a fair amount of debate out there right now about whether it's cheating. 50 years ago, math teachers would have been horrified by the idea of students using calculators. Now we're teaching them how to use calculators in second grade. So the question is going to be, there's a number of questions about it, obviously. But as far as cheating goes, we don't like to talk about it so much as cheating as guiding them into the proper, responsible academic ways to use AI. As opposed, if you simply say, don't use this, it's bad, that's rarely going to work. We know kids generally, the minute you tell them, stay away from that,
they're going there.
That's it. They're gonna go for it immediately. So what we want to do is we want to let them know what it is, let them know how it can be used, and what the responsible way to use it academically is, and what the irresponsible ways to use it academically are, so that they're still producing their own work. Because at least at the college and in K through 12 in preparation for moving on to higher education, presumably, they're getting trained to go into the real world.
And the real world is going to be an AI world.
Exactly.
But let me ask you right now, as we sit here today, since so many of us have only been aware of AI at this level for a short period of time, how aware are the students of it and how many are actually using it? Do you have some kind of gauge?
We do. As an English professor, my take on it is a little bit different than some other professors in some other fields might be, right? There are other fields where there may be professors saying, hey, this is a great tool, let's use it to its fullest extent. And that's great for them. But for an English professor like myself, my goal is to teach students how to communicate with other people. And simply relying on the AI to do that is a poor way to do that.
You lead me right into the question of safeguards, especially, let's just say, even in your particular classroom with English. What safeguards are in place, and how do you spot these students? Is it working?
I think it is.
You hope it is.
We all hope it is, yes. AI is an algorithm. It's a highly advanced, very complicated algorithm. And what it does when you enter a prompt into it is it doesn't come up with new ideas on its own. It searches the web. It's a very advanced form of Google, essentially. And it collates the information that it finds into a response. It's not always a correct response. But if we can build an algorithm to do that, then we can also design an algorithm that can spot when that's being done, when something is created by a computer. Shortly after ChatGPT, which was the first big one premiered, there was a student, I believe out of Princeton, I could be mistaken, who designed a program called ZeroGPT to catch users of ChatGPT.
People are going to curse Princeton for that if you're right.
And it was a student that came up with it, as far as I know. And if so, then he can write his own ticket. He's on his way to being a millionaire very shortly. Right now at our college, we use Canvas as our learning management system. Students submit work through Canvas, and Canvas contracts with Turnitin, which is as far as I know, the world's premier plagiarism checker. It's used around the world to check students who are turning in papers that have already been submitted, and so on and so forth. And they immediately instituted an AI detection software into it. Now, there's a lot of discussion about the quality of AI detection software. And there have been studies into it. It's so new that I don't know about peer review and all being done properly yet. But it's found that the detection has a bias against English as a second language. It's more likely to identify things written by people who learned English as a second language as AI written than it will native English speakers. And we have to be aware of that. What it gives me, and I use it daily, it gives me a percentage. And the percentage gives me two things. Number one, it'll actually show me what it thinks is being written by AI. And I can take a look at that individually and say, does that reflect what I've seen of this student's writing before? That's the first gauge.
So in conclusion, for this segment, it would seem that still, no matter what, it really is up to the teacher.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, so your job is safe.
I sure hope so.
All right. Zachary Stewart from Pompey State College, thanks so much for going on the record with me today.
My pleasure.
All right. Well, next up, we are going to look at how to embrace AI. We'll talk with the local school district superintendent about the future of AI in that classroom.
PBKC is your entertainment destination for poker, casino table games, OTB, paddock live events, and exceptional eats. For more information, go to pbkennelclub.com.
The stories we cover every day are just as unique as the places we cover them in. And that's why every community matters, from Palm Beach County to the Treasure Coast. Whether you're planning your day around storms in Port St. Lucie or driving through traffic in West Palm Beach,
we're here to make sure you never miss breaking news wherever you live.
watch WPBF 25 News Mornings everywhere, every day.
Everyone knows Stanley Steamer is the one to call for professional cleaning. But did you also know we're the ones to call in a water emergency? With a fleet of over 3,000 vans, we get there fast, 24/7. Our certified technicians remove the water you can see and the water you can't. They thoroughly test every area and document it all for your insurance company. We hope this never happens to you, but if it does, call 1-800-STEAMER.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
There are a few places where you know you'll hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And this is one of them.
With HealthSun Health Plans, life is a piece of cake with access to exclusive providers that take care of all my medical needs. I see my doctors and specialists, get all my medications. I make friends, have fun, and all under the same roof.
It's like a Medicare makeover. By the way, that color looks great on you. With HealthSun, every year you can receive $1,978 back in your Social Security check. $600 or more for groceries, home and pet care supplies and utilities, and much more.
Ooh, that's exactly what I need.
Take it from me. I'm Mr. Sunshine. Call us today to learn more about our benefits.
It's showtime in the paddock at PBKC with the Let It Be Beatles tribute and Merry Christmas Baby dinner shows with comedians Andrew Dice Clay, Jackie Martling, and Jimmy Fallon. Get your tickets at pbkennelclub.com.
You're watching On the Record on WPBF 25.
Welcome back to On the Record. Joining me now is Dr. David Moore, Superintendent of Indian River County Schools. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us this morning. First question, have you begun moving into this new AI era in the district yet?
Oh, absolutely. This is something that's moving extremely fast. When you look at even ChatGPT and you look at the amount of time it took to get to 1 million users, and you compare it to, let's say, Netflix. It took 41 weeks for Netflix to get to 1 million users. Twitter took 24 weeks. 5 days for ChatGPT. So this is moving at a very, very fast rate. It's not something that can be ignored. So we as a school system need to do our best to understand it, figure it out, and help to use it as a tool to move our students forward.
Let me ask you about teachers before I talk about students. What's the transition like for teachers? Are they running into any pitfalls yet?
Well, you know, what do educators do? They're teachers. So first and foremost, they embrace their own learning. So there's a great deal of learning going on for them. One of the things that we're using in our school system to help support our teachers is a system that allows us, very similar to what we did in college, a system called Turnitin. It was typically used to evaluate whether students were plagiarizing or copying work that was being submitted. They've added technology to their program, which allows for them to identify when a student is using ChatGPT, as long as it's over 200 or 350 words. So we're using technology to combat technology, a tool for teachers to help understand, are they grading actually the student's thinking or artificial intelligence thinking? So that's really helped us take the very first step in order to combat some of the misuse of artificial intelligence.
And is it also just the feeling of the teacher? Can teachers, do you believe, spot this to a great extent still, that they're actually grading the original thinking of their students?
Well, you know, there's always going to be a learning curve. Another thing that we're doing is looking at how we provide instruction. So rather than students go home and do this, assignment and bring it back the next day, let's look at reversing some of the classroom environments and allow students the opportunity in class with the support of the teacher and their fellow students to demonstrate mastery of the standards while in the classroom. And when a teacher is there to help and support and supervise, we don't have to worry if the technology is being misused or it's someone else's or a computer's thinking. So really looking at how we're providing instruction, while at the same time giving our teachers the resources they need to help identify when it's being misused are some beginning steps that we're actually taking in our district.
All right, we've talked a lot this morning already about catching students using ChatGPT, for example, or other AI programs to help themselves. So let's go positive here. You just said it's a technology we can't ignore. Talk about some of the positive aspects you see of AI in the classroom going forward.
Well, it's a resource that's going to be used in the real world of work. And you look at law firms, they're completely redesigning their offices and they're using paralegals in a completely different way. I have a friend who is a partner in a law firm, and they just released about 25% of their paralegals. Why? Because they no longer need them for research. But the skill that they do need is to be able to evaluate research, to edit research, to present certain arguments with research. So the skills that are needed in using ChatGPT are different. So we're really looking at using editing skills and creating a student's voice by incorporating some fundamental research that technology now can do. We can't run away from it. We can't ignore it. We need to teach our students how to use it as a tool to enhance and accelerate their thinking and understanding.
So looking forward, if you could, I have about a minute left. Let me know, how do you see AI influencing the teaching of our children as we go forward in the future?
But ChatGPT in 3 months is going to be like the Atari system. This is moving extremely fast. So moving forward in the future, it's going to be a resource. And typically when new technology comes into play, who masters it first? Our students. So allowing our students the opportunity to give us feedback, to understand how they're using it, and for us to help them create the behaviors to use it most effectively, to help them provide environments where they can be successful. That's our job. Keep open communication, speak with our students, speak with our families, and make sure that we're using this technology to benefit everybody.
Dr. David Morris, School Superintendent for Indian River County Schools, thanks so much for going on the record with us today.
Anytime. Thank you, sir.
All right, take care. Coming up, we're going to meet a local student they call AI Girl. Really? A teenager already teaching others about this emerging technology.
Trust Vanessa Vanette and WPBF 25 First Warning Weather.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Schumacher Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Delray Beach is your true truck and SUV headquarters. During the Black Friday sales event, get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Ram 1500 Bighorn, or lease your Bighorn Laramie Crew Cab for $348 a month. Plus, Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited is just $388 a month, only at Schumacher.
Schumacher, come join the family.
What else can Medicare do? Can it offer you a Medicare Advantage plan with health solutions that help you save? It can, with No Compromise Medicare from Florida Blue. Our plans offer many ways to save with $0 premiums and $0 copays on hundreds of drugs, and vision benefits that include allowances for eyeglasses. Plus, plans with rich dental benefits that cover much more than cleanings and x-rays. Call today for one-on-one help finding the right Florida Blue Medicare plan for you. And learn about our plans with dollars to spend on everyday health items. We also have plans with the freedom to choose any doctor who accepts Medicare. And you don't need a referral to see a specialist. Start getting the benefits you've come to expect and a whole lot more with No Compromise Medicare from Florida Blue. Call 1-866-440-9104 today. Don't wait. Enrollment ends December 7th.
For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Did you know that Kia is ranked the most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, you can shop one of the area's largest selections of new Kias, including hybrids and the fully electric EV6. Plus, low financing rates are now available. And we want your old car, even if it's rusted and busted. Get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade, only at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Kids love it, dogs love it, golfers love it, and you'll love Purchase Green Artificial Grass, a maintenance-free lawn with a lifetime warranty. Let us show you how Purchase Green saves time and money. Call now or visit purchasegreen.com for your free estimate.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Caitlin Sadorf, a 17-year-old who's already a software engineer. She was an intern. Now she's an engineer for a social media marketing company. She's also the captain of the cross-country team and the track and field team at Spanish River Community High School in Boca Raton, and she's teaching others to use artificial intelligence. First of all, they call you AI girl. I thought superhero, but you really are the AI girl. How did you start getting into this? I know you started coding years ago, but when did you embrace this whole technology?
Yeah, so in 7th grade, my dad and we did a coding passion project for it was a little 7th grade project, and we coded on Excel. Very simple if-then statements. And then from there, it was just getting into more involved coding languages, Python, Java, and then upon my sophomore year of high school, I took AP Computer Science Principles, which focuses on JavaScript, a very basic programming language that you learn on code.org. Young kids do it. And since then, I've just been completely immersed in being able to program and being able to tell a computer what to do with very simple commands. And then from then, I got more involved. I got certified in Java. I took the upper level AP Computer Science A class. And my teacher, Mr. Vargas, really introduced me to a lot of new opportunities, like the Computer Science Honor Society. And then I got to start teaching other people at school about computer science.
Well, let's talk about that. Yeah. Tell me about Girls Who Code.
Oh, yeah. So Girls Who Code, it's a really wonderful organization. It's, I believe, all throughout America, and we have a chapter at Spanish River. I'm the president with my friend Alex Katz, and we bring a bunch of girls, freshmen, sophomores, basically anybody in the school. They're able to come in during lunch at school, and we have them certified in Python, really great programming language for artificial intelligence, and just teaching girls about coding and programming, really important for women in STEM.
Have you had to sell this, Caitlin, to your fellow students, or are they all about it?
Most girls that come into Girls Who Code specifically are ready to learn, they're ready to code, though it does take a little bit of persuading. Coding is a really daunting task, I won't lie. You look at a bunch of code, like for example on TV, like a bunch of hackers, and it's just a screen full of random numbers and letters.
That's what I see.
It looks very confusing to begin with, but it's certainly, once you get people involved and you show what it can do, especially with artificial intelligence, very prevalent, in this day and age, people get really interested in it and they really want to learn.
Now, what about the AI Scholar Program?
So that was a really cool opportunity that I actually found out through one of my college counselors. He got an email for it and recommended it to me. And it's run by Harvard graduates from Carnegie Mellon, I believe, a bunch of different AI, basically, connoisseurs. And I got selected. I filled out this whole application and I got selected with a couple of people from around the world. There was somebody from Zambia. It was very, very diverse, very worldly.
Education.
I know, very cool. And they basically taught us all of the fundamentals of machine learning and artificial intelligence. It finalized in a capstone project, so I actually programmed myself an image recognition system, and we got to test the accuracy. It was 81%, so not too bad.
You know, I could sit here and just go, wow, to everything you say. It's so amazing.
Thank you.
You are actually also not just teaching fellow students at your level, you're reaching towards the future here with some younger kids.
Yes, I did a camp over the summer called Camp Invention with my friend Bella. We had done it for 4 years, and just recently this year, they implemented a segment about artificial intelligence. And these kids, they're very young. Like the picture shown on the screen, they were probably kindergartners, first graders. So just introducing them to the fundamentals of the future was really important, kind of get them into inventing, get their imagination going. And of course, the older students, we were able to go a little bit more in depth and maybe even show them some programming, but being able to show the fruit of the future, basically what we can do with artificial intelligence and what we can do with machine learning was really important.
All right, I'm going to give you a minute right here because you're so passionate. There's someone who says, AI, whatever. In a minute, tell people how much of an impact this could have in our lives going forward.
You know, healthcare, I think, is probably one of the most important things to consider. There's a lot of systems coming out, being able to detect different cancers, to detect different diseases, and I wouldn't say taking the jobs of important healthcare workers, rather enhancing them. And my coach uses a great example. When the light bulb was invented, a bunch of people that were lighting street lamps in the street, they were worried they were going to lose their jobs, but no, they actually became electricians. So it's using artificial intelligence to enhance certain jobs, to make it easier, to make it more efficient, is really, it's going to change the world, and it's going to make a big impact.
All right, now let's talk about Caitlin Seydorf a little bit more, because you are going much farther from here. What are your plans? Where are you considering your next move here, both athletically and obviously educationally?
So right now I'm being recruited by Caltech, California Institute of Technology. Very amazing opportunity for cross country and track. I'm being recruited. Carnegie Mellon as well. And I think that running and computer science, they're very different. They're both very rigorous, but being able to use running as an outlet to kind of like cool off any steam that comes with sitting on my computer and coding all day, and being able to pursue that in the future at these amazing schools like Caltech or Carnegie Mellon or maybe even MIT, any of those technology schools, I would just be so happy to be at.
All right, well, I think we're going to have your choice. And, you know, it's facetious. AI girl, you are AI woman. And
thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing for all the fellow students.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be keeping our eye on you for the future. On the Record, we'll be right back.
First Warning Weather, sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
Holiday deals are happening now. Stores open 7 a.m. on Black Friday. Shop Vero Beach Outlets, I-95, exit 147 in Vero Beach.
Unique lost her father in a fiery 22-vehicle crash.
I had the death of my father to worry about, but when it came to, trying to figure everything out and you know, feeling comfortable with talking about it to someone, Kogan and DeSalvo was always the ones that I felt like I could always call him no matter when. His door's open to me and my family.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, call Kogan and DeSalvo now.
I just couldn't believe that you could go in and get it done and walk out with new teeth. They said, you know, that's impossible. But I showed them it was possible. It just made me feel younger. It made me feel prettier. And I just like to smile and show my teeth.
For once in my life, I can live my full potential with simply standing by me.
For once I have coverage that is simply beneficial. Now I can live worry-free. For once I can say I have a plan I can rely on. As long as I know I'm with Simply, I will shine on.
Simply Healthcare is the plan you can count on to live the best years of your life. We offer benefits like $164 per month Part B giveback, $40 per month for over-the-counter health items, comprehensive dental, $1,000 per year for hearing aids, and more.
Oh, Mom. Oh, sweetie. Thanks to Simply Healthcare, I can enjoy the best moments of my life.
The choice is simple. It's simply all about you. Call us today.
At Bears Furniture, shop the brands you love for less during our Veterans Day sale. Save up to 60% or more store-wide, including 50% off Tommy Bahama and all the Lexington brands you love. Impress your guests with this show-stopping dining room brand new from Bernhardt. Plus, Bears salutes all veterans with free premium in-home delivery. And everyone enjoys special financing. Shop the Veterans Day sale through Sunday only. Where? Bears.
Thank you for making this part of your morning today. As always, we encourage you to be part of the conversation every Sunday at 10 a.m. Until the next time, you can watch this morning's episode of On the Record and every episode on our website, WPBF.com, and on our free WPBF 25 News app. Matter of Fact with Soledad O'Brien is next. We hope you and your family have a wonderful Sunday.